The GoPro Hero 12 was still recording. The spider was already moving. Closing in. Marcus Hale didn't see it yet. The footage lasts 14 minutes and 38 seconds. In those 14 minutes, something happens that 3 separate wildlife biology departments still cannot explain. Watch the spider's front limb cluster. Watch what it does at 4:23. But before we get there, you need to understand why the spider chose this hiker, not the one behind him, not the larger one to the left, this one. Glacier Peak Wilderness, Washington State, September 2023. Marcus Hale, a solo thru hiker, had mounted his GoPro Hero 12 in a chest harness for one reason: to document the White Chuck River Trail for a trail mapping application. He was not looking for the spider. Nobody was. The GoPro triggered at 6:47 a.m. Marcus wasn't scheduled to reach the trailhead again for 6 hours. By the time the trail coordinator who received his emergency beacon signal reviewed the footage, the spider was long gone. Marcus was, we'll come back to that. Because first, that front limb cluster movement at 4:23. That's the part no one can explain. The spider appears in frame at 1:09, not from the south face of the ravine. From directly above, the exposed rock shelf at 11,400 feet elevation. The spider should not have been there. No known hunting spider of this body mass has been documented above 7,800 feet in the North Cascades. The ambient temperature that morning was 34 degrees, 6 degrees below the survivable threshold for the 3 closest candidate species. And yet, by the time you finish watching this, you will understand why 3 separate experts refused to put their names on the analysis report. What makes the spider different is not its size or its venom. It's the pre-contact repositioning behavior. The spider does not move randomly. It circles Marcus counterclockwise in a fixed arc. It pauses at the same magnetic bearing on each rotation, directly between Marcus and the sun. And at no point does it break contact with a single anchor thread attached to the overhang above. One researcher described it as deliberate. The spider waited 11 minutes before making contact. In that time, Marcus moved 14 feet down the switchback. The spider repositioned 9 times, maintaining exactly 1.8 meters of distance. That is not instinct. That is something else. Remember the front limb cluster I told you to watch? At the moment it rises, the spider stops. Not slows, stops. For 2.7 seconds, then continues. No known species of hunting spider does this. Limb elevation in pre-strike posture correlates with contact initiation, not pause. A pause at full extension has no cataloged analog in existing arachnid locomotion studies, which made the lead researcher close his laptop and leave the room. At 7:12, this is what the footage shows. The spider drops on a single thread from the overhang and makes direct contact with Marcus's left forearm. The right arm buckles toward the chest. Movement stops for 3.4 seconds, then resumes, but differently. Marcus is still moving. He continues for 6 minutes and 40 seconds. But his direction changes. Every 90 seconds, he turns northeast, in a perfect partial hexagon. That is not how injured hikers respond to a strike. Unless something is altering the directional navigation system externally. Which brings us to the part of the footage that was cut from the original file. Not by accident. The timestamp jumps from 7:31 to 11:52. 4 minutes and 21 seconds are missing. The footage was submitted to a university arachnology research lab. They were asked one question: what is the spider? They answered a different question instead. Their report describes what the spider does, not what it is. Exhibits pre-contact surveillance behavior inconsistent with reflex-based predation. Demonstrates positional awareness of secondary threat outside primary focal range. Limb movement does not correspond to any cataloged locomotion under equivalent thermal conditions. 3 findings. None of them are a name. I contacted the lead author of the report. The response was 4 words. We filed it away. Not we identified the species. Not we have a theory. We filed it away. and about those 4 minutes and 21 seconds. The file metadata shows the recording did not stop. The GoPro Hero 12 was still active. Something else caused the gap. By the time the search and rescue team returned, Marcus was gone. Not injured and moved. Not carried out by the bear that appears at 1304 in the peripheral frame. Gone. His trekking poles were standing upright against a boulder, unclipped and balanced, not dropped. His water filter was running with no container positioned beneath it. His pack was open on the ground, its contents arranged in a single straight line pointing northwest. Trail cameras don't move themselves. The surrounding pine forest floor showed compression marks consistent with something low and wide extending northwest for 340 feet. Then nothing. As if whatever was moving stopped being on the ground. The spider has not been documented in that location since, but motion-activated trail cameras in the same corridor have triggered 7 times in the following 11 months. The footage from 6 of those triggers is clear. The last one. The original footage is still listed as under active review. The National Park Service has not released a follow-up report. Marcus Hale has not been found, not injured and evacuated to a regional hospital, not located downstream in the Whitechuck River drainage, not verified deceased by the King County Medical Examiner. There are 3 things the analysis confirms. The spider demonstrated sustained directional tracking across 11 minutes and 9 repositioning movements. Behavior with no precedent in published arachnid research. Physical compression evidence on the trail floor extended 340 feet in a consistent northwest bearing before ending with no transition, no scattering, no disturbance, no indicator of direction change. The bearing Marcus was moving in during the final 40 seconds of visible footage does not lead to any marked exit point, maintained trail, or accessible terrain feature on the Whitechuck River Loop. And the front limb cluster movement at 4:23, the one that made the lead researcher close his laptop, still has no explanation in the report. The spider is still out there. In the Cascade Range, the footage is still being reviewed. And whatever Marcus was responding to, in those 4 minutes and 21 seconds before he disappeared, nobody has answered that yet. The spider was documented once, that we know of.